We're taking you to the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi, where the National Democratic Congress, NDC, is challenging parliamentary results for 3 constituencies in the region at the court. Now, these constituencies will be Obuasi East, the Ahafo and Ahafo Southwest. And so we're going over where my colleague, our Middle Belt Bureau Chief Hafiz Tijani, is standing by with the lawyer for the NDC, lawyer Evans Amankwa, to bring us some details regarding this particular challenge. Hello.
Yeah, Nana, so we are coming to you live from the Court of Appeal complex in the Ashanti region, where the National Democratic Congress is challenging some of the results of the parliamentary seats you just mentioned. So let's engage with lawyer Evans Amankwa, who is the lead counsel here. You are welcome to Channel 1 TV.
Thank you.
Why are you in court today?
Yeah, we are in court today, as you said, challenging the fraudulent and illegal declaration of the parliamentary results of Obuasi East, Ahafo Southwest, and Ahafo North in favor of the MPP candidates. So that is why we are in court. And today, per the rules of this honorable court, the High Court of Ghana, if you file an election petition, you have to file a motion ex parte for the court to determine the cost that will be secured for the processes of this petition. And that is why we came to court, and God being so good, our applications have been granted. The 3 processes, that is Ahafo North, Ahafo Southeast, and Obuasi East. These 3 applications has been granted. Security for court for 40,000 has been set. We will pay the money by tomorrow. We're going to pay the money, and we'll be coming to court for an injunction application that will file on the 20th of this month. We are coming to court on that.
Let's take the constituencies one after the other. Let's start from the Ahafo Southwest. What is wrong with that result?
Okay, so Ahafo Southwest. MPP disrupts the whole processes of collating the results. So the results was not collated. Now, it wasn't collated. MPP did not go to court on that. Electoral Commission did not go to court on that. Before we realized, without any notice to us, without any call to us, they said that they have collated that result and declared the MPP candidate as a winner. The election was conducted between political parties. So if you are going to collate results, it's supposed to be in the presence of all the interested parties. You cannot go secretly and collate results without recourse to the other interested parties. And that is why we are challenging that illegality that was perpetrated by the Electoral Commission of Ghana. And that is why we are in court. Now, for Obuasi East, I was there when the result was collated, and our Honorable Samuel Abuaje, who is right here with me, was declared the winner of that constituency. Now, when MPP was going to court for mandamus to compare the Electoral Commission to recollate some of the results and collate other results, Obuasi East was not part of it. So they knew very well that Obuasi East, they did not have a case. So they didn't go to court on that. So we don't know what kind of order the Electoral Commission has for them to recollect that result without recourse to us. Our candidate, not the political party NDC in Ashanti region or national, was given any notice of any sort or any invitation for the collation of that result, recollation of that result. And in any case, there is a precedent that has been set by the same Electoral Commission and the same Jane Mensah, who is sitting there. In the 2020 elections, Techiman South, when MPP illegally declared the results for themselves, for we winning and killing people on top, people who were protesting, they were killed. When we wrote a petition through our then majority leader, Honorable Haruna Idrusu, to Electoral Commission for them to recollect that result for Techiman South, the Electoral Commission verdict was that once the result has been declared, they cannot go back and recollect that result. The only remedy left for that person, the person who is dissatisfied with the result, to go to court. So what changed? That is double standardness, and it's something that we are not going to allow it to pass. We want to set this record or put this thing on record that NDC as a political party or NDC in Ashanti region, we are not in court because we just want to be in court. If it were to be the parliamentary seat, the numbers, NDC will have the numbers already. We already have the two tests. We had 183 parliamentary seats and 4 independent parliamentary seats, adding up to ours, making it 187. So if any case, if we want the two tests, we have it. But we want justice to be done, and that is why we are in court. Obuasi East people who voted for Honorable Samuel Abuaji wants justice, and we will disappoint them if we don't pursue this case and get justice for the people of Obuasi East. It's very unfortunate, it's very preposterous for the Electoral Commission to do this illegal act and declare Patrick Boache Yadom as the MP elect. You see, let me tell you something. On the pink sheet declaring Honorable Samuel Abuaji as the winner of the election, it will interest you to know that that pink sheet, it was signed by the Honorable Bismarck Patrick Boache Yadom.
The MPP's candidate? The
MPP's candidate, who has been declared the winner sitting in parliament wrongly, illegally. He signed it. And he comes back to tell you that he signed under duress. Meanwhile, we have the video evidence to that effect that nobody, you see, when I listened to Jane Mensah on this, my heart was saddened. Do you know why? Jane Mensah lied between her teeth to Ghanaians that the EC returning officer, somebody used ask on him and forced him to declare and raise the hand of Samuel Abuaji. We have video evidence that when the result was being declared, Honorable Patrick Boache Yadom was standing by him, by the returning officer, with Honorable Samuel Abuaji, and his hands was raised without any pressure or duress on him. So a face criminal, it is only a criminal-minded person who will come and sit on national television, and not any less a person than the electoral commissioner, the chairperson of the electoral commission herself. And it's unfortunate. And that shows how biased she has against the NDC and our candidate. And we will pursue this matter to its logical conclusion.
In the case of Ahafo North, what's there? In
the case of Ahafo North, MPP added the matter into the mandamus application, compelling the EC to collect that result, because that result was not collated at all. You see, let's put it on record. When Electoral Commission was declaring the results of the 2024 election, December 7, 2024 elections, Jane Mensah said that the presidential result for Ahafo North could not be collated. Why? Because the MPP tax entered the coalition room and destroy everything over there. Now you went to court without a copy to us or a notice to us. The court granted the mandamus. We went to Court of Appeal. Court of Appeal said that, Supreme Court, sorry. Supreme Court said that for Ahafo North, we agreed that the results was not collated. So if the Electoral Commission has collated the results, you should let it stand. But the question is, when they had the mandamus application was granted, and it was served on the Electoral Commission for them to go and do what they're supposed to do. Did they give any notice to us? No. There was no notice to us. Honorable Samuel Adusei was not notified. Because Adusei was not notified. No order was served on him that we need to go and collect the results. So we are saying that we will not allow this thing to lie. We'll pursue it.
Would the NDC had preferred that there should have been a rerun of this constituency to the recollation?
It's one of our reliefs in court. That is one of our reliefs in court.
All right. So that's Lawyer Evan Samanko, the regional chairman of the NDC, is also here. Chairman, are you getting any pressure from constituents of these constituencies? Is there pressure on regional executives to pursue this matter? That's why you are doing this in court.
Yes, there is a lot of pressure on us. And what my lawyer just said, we want justice, nothing else. That we want justice because that 3 seats, we know that it belongs to NDC and nothing else. We don't want any violence. We are seeking the court that they should give us fair hearing. And I know that when we get fair hearing, those 3 seats will come back to NDC. Thank you.
All right, so as some of the candidates here, he's Obuasi East, the NDC parliamentary candidate for the Obuasi East in the 2024 election. How's it feeling like seeing that you were declared as the winner of the election and later on things changed? How is it feeling like for you?
Well, as we all know, I won the 2024 parliamentary elections for Obuasi East constituency. But my opponent used all the illegal means for them to overturn the will of the good people of Obuasi East constituency. Why am I saying so? When the MPP filed the mandamus application, requesting that the High Court should instruct the Electoral Commission to go and recollect and declare those 6 constituencies, as a matter of fact, Obuasi East was not part of that mandamus application. So when they went to the Supreme Court, that was the main reason why Obuasi East was not mentioned in the Supreme Court. So when they were directed, after they came back to the High Court, Obuasi East wasn't mentioned. I initially wanted to join the case, but when I saw the nature of the application, I saw that I have facts, and I know I ran in 2020, I lost, and I ate a humble pie. But 2024, I know I won the Obuasi East parliamentary elections. 2021, I was coming. The difference was 17,000. 2024, when we're going into the elections, the difference was 12,000. And the MPP knew they've lost the elections in advance. So going into that elections, I knew I was going to win. And I won the elections. But prior, during, and after the elections, it has all been intimidations. During the elections, it was my constituency. The military men invaded and attacked civilians and members of my party to the extent that party executives and my personal security were being brutalized. During the collation center, we had some components of the Electoral Commission that did everything possible to change the will of the people of Obuasi East constituency. And the most painful thing is that institutions that are supposed to protect the democracy and the peace that we are enjoying in this country, it's so sudden that those institutions are so biased and they don't care about the peace and the democracy we are enjoying in this country. What happened was an injustice to my personality and an injustice to Obuasi East constituency, because what Obuasi East voted for is not what is being presented in Parliament. And I'll do everything possible under the law to make sure that this is being reverted.
Okay, so this is also the candidate for the Ahafo North. So in your case, we're told that some of the materials were vandalized and set ablaze, some of them. What's going through your mind currently, seeing that your party is still pursuing this matter?
In fact, all that happened was that when the results were coming, our people were so quick to be able to be putting the figures together, and everything was pointing to the fact that I was winning and truly I won the elections. The EC, who is so biased as it has become one of their names, because that is what they've been exhibiting, they were not collating the results because they were waiting to know who was winning and to know whether or not they would collate to declare somebody. Because per what they did, their intention was not to collate to declare me the winner. So as at after midnight, they had not started collation. So we're asking them to do the collation. And by the phone of the EC madam that we found, not knowing, she was sitting there chatting with the MPP candidates. And all those things are there to show. And in course of that, she asked the MPP candidate to let the military come there. We didn't know. This was after these things happened. And we found her phone Unfortunately for her, no lock on the phone, and she left the phone when she was walking away from the coordination center. And right after looking at the time between when she sent that message and when the military came, it was just barely between 5 to 7 minutes. The military came there, and with the attacks, they destroyed everything. And that is actually what happened. So no coalition was done. Only for them to gather their own people and take the EC along to Accra, go and do their own coalition over there and say they have won the elections.
But on the part of the NDC, do you still have your pink sheets intact?
We did coalition and we won the elections. The pink sheets that we are supposed to have, we have them. They destroyed some of them. But with those that we have, we've won the Ahafo seats.
But you still have everything intact, your
We
pink
have
sheets?
every evidence and everything is clear.
So you are aiding your lawyers in court with some of these.
And that is what we are pursuing, because the people of Ahafo voted for me as their member of parliament and not for any other person. And these evidence are what we've given to our lawyer, and having gone through it, he saw that yes, a genuine case is there. We've won the elections, and in pursuing it, surely the seat should come back to NDC and me, Kosiedu, for that matter.
Looking forward into this matter, I know he's going to travel for some time. Your expectations?
It's not what I expect. It's about the justice that has to be done. And the justice, if it should be done, is that I won the elections. Maybe somebody who expects to win and did not win is the one that they are forcefully declared the winner. He didn't win. But when justice is done, surely I'm the member of parliament for Ahafo, sure.
Okay, so I have also the parliamentary candidate for the Ahafo Southwest constituency, Sadiq Abubakar. You are also in court today.
Yeah. You know, we started with a presidential coalition that was on the 7th. So when they get to know that President John Dramani Mahama won the election, then
The presidential?
Yeah, the presidential rather. Yeah, then MPP candidates called in the military men. They came in and started shooting. Yeah, they injured 4 people and killed a young guy. You see, so on that day, that fateful day, there were no coalition. So all of a sudden, we saw the MPP candidates in Accra being declared the winner of that election. An election which has not been collated. The EC even told us that he has misplaced 11 pink sheets out of the 103 pink sheets. So now, where did they get the other pink sheets? Is it the scam pink sheet, or they take the pink sheet from the MPP candidates, which is illegal? You see, so we just want the right thing to be done. I will use this medium to urge my grassroots. I thank them for the support, and I'm promising them, frankly, the right thing will be done, and I'll be declared the winner.
Okay, so Nana, that's Abubakar Sadiq. He is the parliamentary candidate for the National Democratic Congress for the Ahafo Southwest constituency in the 2024 elections, Nana.
Very well, Hafiz. So the NDC is challenging these 3 results. The lawyer did point out that their applications have been upheld. What did he say will be the next line of action, or if they do have a next court date, when is it and when are they expected back in court?
Well, so he says they will be coming back to courts next week, and that is where they will start to pursue the matter. So he is saying that he has the parliamentary candidates of these constituencies and also the executives and the party agents who represented at the various polling stations in the constituencies, and they have gathered enough evidence to pursue this matter, and that the party is not going to relent. The party is bent on ensuring that justice is served for the people of these constituencies who have voted for the NDC candidates. He claimed that the NDC candidates won this election and that they are going to pursue this matter until justice is served.
What exactly are they seeking from the court? Because we know that the order for the EC to complete the collation was given. We know that the party at the national level is also at the Court of Appeal, or the Appeals Court, seeking a stay of execution. We also know that subsequently, following the completion of collation by the EC, the MPs elect for these 3 constituencies have been sworn in as members of the 9th Parliament. So what exactly is the NDC seeking in this application? If you've seen it, what exactly are they seeking in this application?
So one, they want the EC, or they want the court to declare the these seats null and void. They want the court to also ensure that the declaration or the swearing in of these 3 members of parliament in these constituencies they are challenging, they should declare these declarations, or they should declare the MPs as illegal. They are not supposed to represent the people of these constituencies. And secondly, they want the courts to also set aside the recollection that has been done and go by the first declaration that was made by the Electoral Commission in these constituencies on December 7. And they want the court also to proceed to declare these MPs invalid in terms of their declaration and their election. And that is the NDC candidates which have won these seats, and that should be done.
Right. Was there any representation from the side of the NPP or the EC in courts today?
No, this was solely the NDC, which is starting this process by filing this application. There was no any representation. So maybe the courts in subsequent sittings or proceedings would continue to invite or maybe also serve the parties involved in this case or this application. Then they can proceed from there.
Earlier, I was hoping that the regional chairman for the party would stay behind so we could at least engage him a bit on the nominations by the president. And of course, that's for the region. If we could get him to speak to...
I think the regional chairman is around, and we want to engage him. So I'm told he left the premises of the court. Yes, but I'll try and get him subsequently to find out from him what he makes about the appointment of a regional minister, who, of course, the person who has been appointed is his secretary, regional secretary of the region.
Very well, Hafiz. Thank you so much for your time. Grateful. And of course, we'll be coming back to you for more updates regarding this particular matter. Hafiz Tijani is our Middle Belt Bureau Chief, bringing us updates from the High Court in Kumasi, where the National Democratic Congress has filed an application challenging the results of the parliamentary elections in the 2024 general election in the Obuasi East constituency, the Ahafo North constituency, and Ahafo Southwest constituency.